Been trying, and not just for parents, but for kids too.
Yeah, the pandemic is taking a serious toll on kids' mental health. Our Lauren Tallarico spoke with a mental health expert about how to keep their minds healthy.
It's been a weird 15 months.
It's been tough.
And as Dr. Chenda Moore with Pearland ISD explains, their students' emotional well-being has been at the top of their radar.
I've had counselors, tell me that they have heard from students they have not heard from before, which is great. We want that.
Keeping tabs on students comes with the job.
Changes in grades, changes in behavior. That's a sign for us.
But behind a screen, that can be tricky. So they've offered more online resources like Zoom meetings with counselors, not only for kids, but parents needing guidance too.
What kind of things are parents talking about or asking during this pandemic?
How to connect with their student, dealing with stress and anxiety, grief.
And also dealing with life after a pandemic.
We've got to help them transition back to in-person learning. And that can be really scary because there are students and families who are still very anxious.
So what should parents be saying to their kids?
When you ask questions, ask open-ended questions. Have a seat. Be intentional. No matter what their feelings are, just validate. Yes, it can be scary, but it's going to be okay. I'm here for you.
Right now, billions of dollars in federal funds are available to Texas schools, some of which to specifically address children's mental health. Money that could be used for more counselors or programs.
It's okay to not be okay and to ask for help.
I'm Lauren Tallarico, KHOU 11 News.